to have your nuts right there. Put your testicles in the C-gap.
Gregg Williams is here, Jets fans, your new defensive coordinator. Base 4-3, I think the number was 42 fronts. It's a huge playbook. He'll mix in the 3-4, some oaky looks out of the 4-3, some 46 principles as well. Heavy blitzing philosophy. He worked under Buddy Ryan in 1993 with the Houston Oilers, also started in the 90s where Dick LeBeau was running the zone scheme. He also runs a lot of cover 2 bucks, which is why I don't think Avery Williamson is the right choice as the Mike. He's going to have to play the Sam. Old school feel, he is hard on his players. This is huge. Punctuation, attentiveness, fundamentals. He's a high risk, high reward defensive play caller. Here's the look. Here's what it looks like right now with the current personnel. It'll never work. We have Williamson as the Mike. He shouldn't be, but based on the current personnel, based on there's nobody else, we put them there. They need edge rushers. Copeland, Jenkins will not get it done. This defense will thrive with edge rushers. Here's a realistic look. They need 2 edge rushers, a nose tackle, and a Mike. A. Will should go to the Sam, as previously said. Now, getting out to the nickel, here's the current look again. Again, it comes down to edge rushers. They need those 2 edge rushers. Here's where Henry Anderson comes up out of the sub package with Leo to make a dynamite inside team. Realistically, Henry and Leo re-sign Henry as a sub package monster, get a nickelback, get a cornerback, get those edge rushers, and get a Mike Gregg Williams could use. We'll start simple here. First play of the season for the Cleveland Browns and Gregg Williams. Steelers come out at 13 personnel, 3 tight ends to the strong side up top. Browns are in a standard 4-3, which Gregg Williams probably runs least of, and the NFL for that matter. It's an inside zone split, gets about 3 yards. Now, here's the call out. It's an inside run blitz by the Sam linebacker. You'll see it in a second. There's the inside zone split action. Browns have an extra safety in the box, 8-man front. The Sam is going to shoot the A-gap. Everyone else is going to pinch. It's not a real pinch, but for the sake of this title, we'll go with the pinch. The left side tackle has the B-gap. Nose tackle has the A on the right side. But you see that man, that Sam in the middle, dart right to the A-gap? Gregg Williams has no problem calling run blitzes on early downs. Sometimes his blitzes get the best of him. He's going to have to check that. But this is what he loves to do early. With the 4-3 comes many variations, and one is the 4-3 under that Williams will run. Here it is from the sideline. You see the free safety deep as always. That's a Gregg Williams staple. Another zip code. Breeze incomplete. Here we go. See the right side? See the Sam there on the line of scrimmage? This pinches in the D-line a little bit. This indicates a 4-3 under setup. The other call out was the strong safety. See him on the tight end in press? That allows for flexibility. He can rush the passer. He can go in man coverage. Jamal Adams is going to love this setup on the inside. It's a 6-man rush as a strong safety and Sam blitz. Incomplete. Nice play. 2nd and 8. Saints. 12 personnel, 2 tight ends. Browns are in the 4-3 base, but it's an over. It's a 4-3 over situation. Some people identify the over simply with the 3 technique. You see the defensive line shift to the strong side. Some identify with 3 technique and the 1 with the nose tackle. I call it an over when the Sam is just outside the box. It's still an over in a 6-man box with a slot corner. It is here as well. I think the number is around 42 in terms of different Gregg Williams 4-3 packages. alignments, front 7 situations, placements pre-snap. Here's another, Oki. It looks like a 3-4. In this case, I think it is 3-4 personnel, but they're the designations out of the 4-3. It's when the SAM is down at the line like a 4-3 under, but where the defensive line is in a 3-4 base situation. 1st and 10, and here's an example of a Gregg Williams run, not run blitz, but run placement on 1st down. There's the free safety. See how deep he is? It's another zip code. Gregg Williams loves to put him in a single high angel, is what he calls it. Because he's so aggressive that he hates anything over the top. The other call out was the strong safety on the edge. Inside zone with the Steelers. Here it is. 2 tight ends to the left, to the strong side, a pair, which means D end would mostly have to widen. He doesn't. He's in a 6-eye, which means the strong safety, Jamal Adams, is in a wide 9 on the edge. Watch them too. See how they dart to the inside? This is very risky if the Steelers went off tackle. But they dart to the inside, and that Sam, that strong linebacker, has the scrape, has the edge if that back goes to the outside. Also, the corner's there, but you can't rely on him. Gregg loves this setup. 1st and 10 against the Saints. Base, well, Saints have a 6th O lineman in there. Heavy rush situation. Look at the top. Look where the corner's aligned. So strange, but that's what Gregg Williams does. He tries to confuse the other team, tries to bait them into certain things, which leads us to this front. Look at this front. 4-3 base, but there's no 3 technique. Nose tackle's in a 1, the D tackle's in a 4-eye, so Breeze sees that space there. But watch what the nose tackle does. As soon as it's snapped, he has to get across the center's face to fill that strong side A gap. He does just that. See that move? Doesn't matter that he gets straight, blocked straight up. As long as he fills that A gap, he successfully baits Breeze into running down the A gap. Good call by Gregg Williams. 2nd and 6, perhaps Gregg Williams' most touched on coaching point comes at the line of scrimmage, the get off. He stresses it, he coaches it, he wants to make sure his D linemen get off. See that right there? The D tackle in a 0 position, head up on the center. Great job pushing him back. Forces the right guard to overcommit instead of chipping and getting to the 2nd level. It makes the whole play. Shuts it down. Now, the other takeaway is, in a 4-3, the Mike linebacker, a lot more freedom, a lot more room to run without blockers as opposed to the 3-4. Gregg Williams worked with Buddy Ryan in 1993 in Houston with the Oilers, so he loves to blitz. He also has a lot of Dick LeBeau tendencies, being a 1990s defensive mind, which means a lot of zone blitzing. Here's one. An overload blitz on the strong side. See those 2 highlighted guys on the defensive line, edge and D tackle? They drop. It's a 3 deep overload blitz. It's actually really not a blitz, it's only a 4-man rush. There are the 2 linemen right there. They're a little too close together, but there's no one in their area. They were looking for somebody. The pass actually goes to Miller. The linebacker hustles over, would have made the tackle, but instead goes off of the tight end's hands. I said Miller, it's James, and is an interception. Here we go from the end zone view. Watch the left side. Garrett actually drops Miles. That highlighted linebacker has to hustle to the strong side of the field to make this work. On the right side edge has to really pinch it in so the nickel blitz could take the edge. And you'll see it actually works, the 4-man rush overload, because it turns out to be a 2-on-1. See that? See the middle linebacker, 59, he takes the outside course of the edge with the nickel, and it's a 2-on-1 with Connor. If it was a 5-step drop, if it was held on to longer, it would have been a sack. Still, good play, good deception by Gregg Williams. Buddy Ryan, Dick LeBeau. Overload blitzes. Gregg Williams loves himself some overload blitzes. This one is just of the 5-man variety, and it hits home on Breeze with a free runner. Not going to get much of a sense here Just understand the right end, it's a 3-3-5 nickel, the right end and the nose tackle darting down is the key to the whole play. See that? See how they dart down, dart to the left to take the left guard, the Saints' left guard attention to the opposite side. And once they do that, they create a 2-on-1 against the running back, which yields a free runner. In this case, it's the DB. It's a 3-man box pressure plus 2 DBs. 2 defensive linemen, a linebacker, and 2 DBs. That's the pressure. That's the combination. Here it is. This is what we're talking about. Here's the right D end. He's got to go hard to the inside. Take away that left guard from that side. Turn his attention to his right. See number 65, the nose tackle? He's doing the same thing. And once he does that, linebacker and the second DB are clear. 2 guys against the lone Camara blocking backer, sack. Yes, Gregg Williams loves to blitz, but more than that, he loves deception. 11 personnel against a 4-2-5 nickel. It's a perfect wide receiver screen pre-snap look because it's outnumbered 3-2. The nearest linebacker, see him there in the red? He can't get there. But notice how it gets shut down. You see the edge pop out there. You'll get a better idea here. Roethlisberger thinks it's going to pop because of 51 there is too far inside, but the edges drop. The other part of the deception is this double A gap pressure. The 2 inside linebackers blitz, but it's only a 4-man rush. Look at number 51, how he starts on the outside of the guard, but as soon as the ball snapped, he's inside of the guard. This creates a lot of problems for the O-line. See that move? That perfectly timed move? This is big. Now here we go. If the tackles stay on their edges, they're outnumbered again, 3-2. The tackle on the left stays. The left tackle does a good job, but the left guard messes up and allows a free runner to bend. Quite frequently, Gregg Williams will disguise coverages, especially roll his safeties pre-snap. It's a 3rd and 1. Saints come out in a shotgun. There are the safeties. Notice it's a single high. Strong safety is almost inside the box, not technically. But watch what happens after the snap. Immediate roll to a 2 deep. It's a cover 2. Almost a cover 2 buck with the middle backer there. You see him right in the middle of the screen. But this is what Williams loves. He loves that deception. He loves to roll pre-snap. He could do this with Jamal Adams, no doubt about it. 4-man rush here with the middle backer. Browns defense, nice job here. Strange motions, traps. Gregg Williams in the box when rushing the passer, he calls them games instead of stunts. Stunts against the run, games against the pass. But he does a lot of high-risk stuff in the secondary as well. I think that's Denzel Ward, but look at that corner's placement. Look at how far inside he is on the outside receiver. First of all, we know it's zoned based on the slot. The corner's still up top on the tight end. Look at that jump inside. He traps the quarterback by jumping inside on the seam route. Now, this leaves, he's the sideline defender in this cover 2 sink. This leaves this out wide open if it was an out. Gregg Williams does this and says, hey, if the quarterback can complete that long pass on the wide side, good for him. We'll take that chance. But he runs these different traps with these corners, with these safeties. It's a high-risk, high-reward system. Very reactionary. Pre-snap disguises, 1st and 10 for the Oakland Raiders. 11 personnel, 4-2-5 nickel. Browns start off in a single high, looking like a 3 deep, but it's not. The far side corner and the free safety rotate into a 2 deep. Gregg Williams will do this often, putting his corners in a safety position. Derek Carr looking down the field, turned out to be a 2-under man, 2 deep man, 5-man rush. And pre-snap, it looked like a single high. Pretty straightforward single high. Could have been man, could have been zone, could have been cover 3. Turns out, you see that safety up top kind of indicating. Turns out they rotate into a 2 deep with the corner. 2nd and 8 against the Saints and Breeze. Sure, Williams loves to blitz, but he'll also drop 9 on occasion. Check out the 2 interior defensive linemen, the D tackles. It's a base formation, by the way. Shift to a more spread look. So it's a 4-3 defense base in there. 2 D tackles drop. It is a cover 2 buck with the middle backer taking a deeper inside zone placement. And you'll see here it doesn't work. The 2 edge rushers can't get there. Breeze finds somebody who gets a first down. But the takeaway here is Williams is not owned by any one philosophy. He'll attack. He'll also drop 9 when he has to. He does a lot. There's a lot of different influences for Gregg Williams throughout his career. All right, 3rd and 6 and coverages. This one is an incredibly coached play. 2 robber, react man across the board. See the 2 safeties? There's no angel deep single high safety. It's a 3rd and 6. Gregg Williams understands the game. It's a pick-rub game. That cluster of players, that's why those 2 robbers are there. If someone comes free, one of those safeties has to jump up and take it. 3rd and 6, Saints rub pick to death. There it is. That top crossing pattern again, and see the corner, he can't get there. So the safety appropriately picks him up. And look at this. The corner knows he can't get there, replaces the safety as the deep guy. That is so incredibly coached, I can't even tell you. To understand, if you're not going to switch and you get caught, to play 2 robbers there to charge up and then have the corner replace him, that's incredible defense. When the game is on the line, Gregg Williams will blitz. It's not 4th and 1, it's actually 1st and 10 against the Raiders. Look at the Browns defense. Very lagged, too deep, cornerbacks are off. That's the safety to look out for. Even though it's a very loose defense, it's anything but. It's a 6-man rush blitz. See that safety dart up right away? He knows he's going to have someone. It's a matchup, man, in which each of the 5 coverage men have their zone, and they take the man in their zone. The bottom corner was late, so they pick up a few yards, but the call out is, Gregg Williams will blitz, and he'll do it from aggressive looks and normal looks like this one. There's no one way to describe Gregg Williams. You can't just say he's this and that's it. He has adopted the new age philosophy. He plays defense in a way that's supposed to be played based on the rules. Is he old school? Yes. Does he still lean on his blitzing tendencies that can get him in trouble from time to time? Yes. But his defense is a high risk, high reward, in your face, physical brand of football that predicates itself on turning the ball over. When the game's on the line, he will send the pressure. He will use Jamal Adams in so many different spots, it's not even funny. On the line, on the edge, rushing, too deep. Leonard Williams, get ready. And whoever the mic is, also get ready. You're going to be a free roamer, and you're going to be the coach, the extension of the coach on the field.